everyone, it is me, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I am back once again with another Ruby and Oscar, the Return of the King Q&A. So without further ado, let us get started. So the first question is, when will we get the clips or the trailer for the series? Hopefully soon. Probably after I'm done with the current a few episodes of Super Godzilla Final Wars and meets War of the Monsters. Hopefully hopefully after that, and then I will do the clips or the trailer, whichever one you guys want. You guys are probably gonna ask for the clips, so I'll probably do the clips first. So next question. Do Ruby and her friends know the way of order a pizza? What? Yeah? What kind of question is this? Is this supposed to be like a meme or something? I really don't know. I know it's not really a question for the series, but are you planning to do a Ruby series that has Euro C. Scott in it? IBK. So I know this doesn't count as a question, but what would happen if Oscar was in Volume 9, Episode 7? He would probably kick Jean's butt for yelling at Ruby, and and also attack frickin' Yang for not being a good big sister. Probably scold at Weiss and Blake for not comforting Ruby, or at the very least stopping Jean from yelling at her. At least now they have something in common. The Rusted Knight yelled at both of them. If Ruby and Oscar somehow turned into a small kid, what would the other do? Probably find a way to turn them back to normal. So, if Season 2 happens, will the story be focused on the main characters or their children? That I haven't decided yet. I'm still wondering about that myself, actually. Maybe not. I don't really know. It depends. It depends on how the outcome of the current story goes. If the outcome goes the way I think it's going to go, then most likely we'll still focus on the main characters for Season 1. If not, then most likely, yes, it will focus on the main characters as children. Or okay, my version of Next Gen or something. Will there be an episode where the characters play a game? Yes, that depends on what kind of game you're wondering if they're going to play. Last question. If Ruby and Oscar have kids, how many will they have? I don't know. I'm currently trying to decide a number. So, for now, it's a question left unanswered. Will we get a flashback of Godzilla's past? The same thing with Ruby and Oscar? Oh yeah, definitely. What was your idea to do this Q&A, and are you planning to do Q&A for the other series? Okay, for starters, to answer the second question, The other part of that question, yes, I am planning to do a Q&A for all of them. And hopefully the main characters will actually answer them. If not, then I'll answer them still. Or at least one or two of them. And as for how I got the idea to do a Q&A, I was inspired by a lot of people. I was inspired by Indominus Rex 2020, who did a Q&A for Godzilla Rexy, which for some reason he doesn't do that often. I wonder why. I should probably ask him. And almost every other series, including Godzilla and My Little Pony fanfic called Godzilla the Bridge. And no, I am not going to do a Godzilla and My Little Pony series again. That was what the old me did. This new me is not a MLP fan. Plus, Friendship is Magic somehow beating Godzilla makes no damn sense. Like, seriously, can someone explain to me how does Friendship beat Godzilla? How does that work? Like, seriously, how does that work? Plus, how does a puny freaking alicorn somehow push around Godzilla like he's nothing? It makes no sense. That's another reason why I stopped doing Godzilla and My Little Pony fanfics. Why do you think Ruby is a replacement? So it actually makes sense. But The Bridge, which is a Godzilla and MLP crossover, is actually a story that I actually kind of enjoy. And I saw a Q&A that they did, that the writer and the artist did, so I figured why not do my own Q&A, but for Godzilla and freaking Ruby. So, yeah. So, with Salem gone for good, what is Austin going to do? Probably spend his final days on Remnant, hanging out with some of his friends, talking to them, and probably just giving them information, telling them what they need to know, and then when his time comes, he will leave Oscar's body. So, yeah. Will Godzilla get along with his stepson, or no? No. So, will we get what happened at the end of Volume 9, Episode 7, or no? Hell no. Not happening. Will the kaiju get more, or will there be new kaiju that will join the Earth Defenders? Well, I'm running low on heroes. There's not that many Earth monsters out there. Honestly. A lot of evil ones. Will you do references for the series? Well, that depends on what kind of references you're preferring to. Are you preferring to the references of the actual Ruby series, or no? So, wait, hold on. What will King Ghidorah think about the death of Salem? He'll probably think of it as a setback, but not a big one. Because at this point, Oscar and Ruby kind of did him a favor. Because they kind of got rid of someone who he knew was going to be a threat to him. Not a very severe threat, but a threat. Kind of something more like Biollante, where Biollante is not... where Biollante was not a big threat to King Ghidorah, but somewhat of a threat. So at this point, Oscar and Ruby did King Ghidorah a favor. They got rid of a threat for him. So it's a setback, but not a big one. It was like Destroyer or Space Godzilla or Mecha King Ghidorah or Gigan on the other hand, then he'll think it's a really big setback. Because those are like his strongest minions in his army. And he needs strong minions to keep his army in line. Which one will be more protective of the other? Ruby or Oscar? Most likely Oscar, because I watched Volume 5, I believe it was episode 10 or 11. I cannot remember, but it was when Oscar turned around and he saw Ruby was on the ground. She was like on the ground and he got like so mad and he just like freaking, he just like smacked that one guy with the staff so hard he ended up falling down. So most likely Oscar will be the one who'll be overprotective. So even if that what happened at Volume 9, Episode 7 happens again, Oscar will not hesitate to beat the crap out of Jean and the gang because someone was being a bad sister. Will Ruby and Oscar help Godzilla with his problems? Yes. Will there be other monsters who want Godzilla dead? Well, besides of Mecha King Ghidorah, there's Gigan, Destroya, Space Godzilla, Iris, and I believe Biollante, and I think that's it. So, yeah, there are other monsters. Originally, Death Ghidorah was one of them, but nah. Who were the original villains for the series? Well, besides of Godzilla's evil twin brother that I mentioned in the previous Q&A, there was Monster X, Kaiser Ghidorah, Space Godzilla, Destroya, Grand King Ghidorah, and I believe Gigan Rex, and yeah, that's just it. They were the original villains until I decided to bring Godzilla's iconic rival back, because they're rivals. How can I not have King Ghidorah be the first villain for the series, or the very least Season 1? Will Godzilla be the last of his kind for the other Ruby and Oscar projects? No. There will be other Godzillas for the other projects. So don't worry. Godzilla won't be the last of his kind for all of the Ruby and Oscar projects. Just mainly this one, the Return of the King series. Will Ruby or Oscar help Godzilla on asking Goddess Zilla out? Yes. That's correct. I'm just trying to decide which one. Will King Ghidorah have a love interest? Yes. I'm just not revealing who it is. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Will Ruby and her friends help Godzilla against King Ghidorah? Well, I mean, yeah, he's not just a threat to Godzilla, he's a threat to almost everyone on Remnant. So of course they're gonna help him. It's not just a threat to Godzilla, he's a threat to everyone. He's gonna conquer the world that they live on, so of course they're gonna help him.